What's up, people? Welcome back to L5 Star FC. It's Klopp Talk TV here, and as you can see, I'm very excited for Christmas and the festive time. But there's another match to play for Liverpool in December. Welcome to the Liverpool Champions League talk show. Sorry, first and foremost, that it is late. However, what I will look to do is to fill you in ahead of what is a busy night for Liverpool Football Club. We have to travel to AC Milan to play AC Milan in the final group stage game of the Champions League, and also a little bit touching on the Wolves game and how this will affect the game to come this evening. Well, guys, unfortunately it is late and it is only me tonight, so you'll have to suck it up and only listen to my voice. But if you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, do all that good stuff. It's very important that you hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy the content that you do see, and it is very much appreciated from each and every one of us associated with L5 Star FC. And guys, like always, please feel free to get involved in the discussion. Drop a few comments in the live chat. Also, do all that stuff. Rain the comments. I want to see you guys getting involved, getting interactive, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Well, guys, before we get any further, please subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool football content. And we will start with Wolves 0, Liverpool 1 reaction. Well, I just want to give you a little bit of a background on this game. What a frustrating game it was. I'm not even going to lie. I was so close to throwing my remote. It got that tense, mate. I honestly, watching the game, it was so frustrating because we were churning the chances away. And I think a lot of people are saying, well, the mentality monsters are back. Well, and then people are saying, well, look, you struggled against Wolves. But I look at it from a different perspective. I think of it as a positive. I think when you date back to the time that we won the league, it was very important that we got wins like this. I think it's very important that we do see these wins now and again, although they give you heart attacks, and Liverpool are associated with these type of performances and these type of results. That's just why we all love our football club. But at the end of the day, I'm happy we had one of these experiences in the league already. I think it's very important you get a range and a feel for all different types of games, because there'll be games where you struggle to break teams down. There'll be games where you barely get any chances on goal. There'll barely be any games where you thrash teams 4-5-0, which we've seen to do so far this season. So I think it's important we took a little bit of a backward step, but still got 3 points, because I think the experience will be the pivotal factor in who can deal with the biggest setbacks and blows in Premier League games, because we all know the competition is very high amongst the top teams. Well, look, I'll just go through some stats. I mean, Liverpool was so dominant at the end of the day, and that was evident in the possession stats. Obviously, as predicted, 64.5%. Quite a few yellow cards, 4 yellow cards, and it was the one and only Divock Origi with the goal. Man, like Divock, I called it on my stream. I was absolutely gassed, mate. But literally, we had, how many shots was it? We had 17 shots on target, 17 shots altogether, 5 of which were on target. So not many if you really want to delve into it. And especially we had a few sitters in there as well. I mean, Jota had 2 sitters in particular, where one, his header should have gone on target. He tried to be a bit too cute with the header. And then another one of which, it's beyond words, are beyond description of this one, where the goalkeeper comes flying out and he puts it anywhere but the goal. And I was absolutely seething at that moment. But thankful for the Lord Divock Origi. Football without Origi is nothing, and that is a certain. But Liverpool, sort your game out, because it's another away trip. And you know what? I'm a little bit confident for this one. I actually hope we can make it 6 out of 6 wins in the Champions League, because that's when we do the business. But we're coming up against an AC Milan team that are very, very strong, and a team that are top of the Serie A. But before we delve into that, we're just going to talk a little bit on Divock Origi. What a player. And look, it's a bit mad. I was listening to Jamie Carragher yesterday on Monday Night Football. He was saying something about Divock Origi. He said, Liverpool fans, whenever Liverpool fans see Origi start, everyone's like, oh no, we don't want to see him start the game. But then when people say, where we're in a tricky situation, oh, bring Divock Origi on. And then Divock Origi's our saviour, and Divock Origi's loved. But then when Divock Origi starts the game, people are like, it raises eyebrows. Why is this? Although he's got 11 goals from a starting position and 11 goals coming off the bench, the big determining factor is the minutes per goal. Whenever he's a starter, the minutes per goal is a much longer, more frustrating figure, which does lead people to believe that that's why he should be sold. But if you look on the other side of the coin and look at what the impact he brings off the bench, he is a person that scores every 3 chances he has. And that is an outstanding record from a striker who barely gets games at Liverpool Football Club. And to produce that attack in return, considering he's playing every here and there, that is remarkable if you ask me. But to be honest with you, I never ever think Origi will get into this Liverpool team and implement a role, because I purely believe he's not good enough to substantially accommodate that period of time that he'll have to be in. God forbid we get an injury crisis in crucial positions, forcing him to play. However, if our front three aren't ticking and we're bringing Origi on, I'm totally cool with that. And let me know your stance on Origi. I'm personally on the side that we should keep him until the end of the season, because I feel like his performances so far this season, if you continue with that trajectory, he will get a market value over that 15 million, which Liverpool were expected to accept if any bid come in the summer over 15 million. So at the moment, I think Origi's doing all right. I wouldn't let him go in January. I don't think we've brought in the attacking recruits to substantially fill it. I don't think Minamino necessarily fills it, although he's gone above Origi in that pecking order over the last few weeks. I still think Origi is that player that, if you're bringing Minamino and Origi on, regardless of the fact Minamino scored a goal against Arsenal coming in off the bench, I still feel that Origi is that number one player that can bring that impact. But you'll never walk alone. Watch along on my channel. That is me. So guys, if you are new and not subscribed to my channel in itself, click my comment. It'll come up with a tag. Hit that subscribe button on there, please. That will be hugely appreciated. We've got to watch along with the one and only Theo Woods and Tarev. But David Pro Club's goals. Divock Origi deserves to start tonight after scoring that goal against Wolves. I will get into my starting 11 predictions, all that sort of stuff. So guys, before we get any further, still the best Portuguese player in the league. Of course, mate. Of course. Was it ever in doubt? Jota is still the best Portuguese player in the league. I mean, like, Ronaldo is Ronaldo. Like, it's just like, put respect on Jota's name, I'm telling you now. But how did Jota not score on his birthday, mate? Don't even go there. But Car Battles, would you start Salah tonight, Alid? Well, seeing as you're all asking, we must go into the AC Milan preview all together over the stats of the Wolves game. I'm particularly happy with what we produced in the end of the day. I think it's very important, and considering our league position, we went up to first, then went back down to second. But I think it's important to remember that there's still a lot of games left to play, and a lot of points will be lost. And as Liverpool fans, we should be prepared for our team to drop points across the course of the season as well. That is just a given. That is how the league is going to be this season. The competition is too high. So, taking that in mind, take positive after positive, one step in front of the other. We were one better position better than we were last week. So take that as a positive note, and hopefully we can keep churning out the performances, because if we keep winning football matches, that is something will give eventually. And I'm pretty sure that, Manchester City, for all their good beforehand and what they produced over the past few seasons, I really don't think they can produce a consistent run of games. I don't think anybody can. I think it's going to be in the fact who gets the most draws drops out of the race. And at the moment, we've got a few draws and poxy little draws. So we iron those out, eradicate that from our game in a crucial part in January, February. We all know how difficult it is. We usually do well in December. So hopefully we can compound that with a win against AC Milan. But overall, we have to be careful around them months, because that's when the title can be lost. Would love to see Atletico get Europa League. Yeah, I would love to see that as well, bro. I feel like Klopp will put a strong enough team to win the game, to be honest. Well, let's go into the AC Milan preview. Well, this is a massive game for AC Milan. You can look at it from both ways. Liverpool will want to come into this game winning 6 out of 6. It'll put them in brilliant stead going forward in the Champions League. We all know how Klopp react when going forward to this one. When he was asked before Porto whether he'd go a strong team, he come out in the media and said, look, I'd start a strong team. We need to start a competitive team to win the football match. So he takes these games seriously. So if anybody thinks that Klopp won't take this football match seriously, you clearly haven't watched Liverpool play properly over the past 5 years, because name a time, other than the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, really, where Klopp has taken a match lightly. And particularly as this is the Champions League, he will not take this lightly. And I know there's a lot of scenarios and hypotheticals that if AC Milan win this game, it forces Atletico Madrid not to go through all that business. Look, let's just do what we can as a football club to win the football matches. At the end of the day, we need to be selfish and go, look, we want to win these football matches because A, B, and C. Let's not worry about Atletico Madrid. What will be. Porto will give them a good game, and I'm pretty sure that they can have the potential to get the result. But it's a massive match for AC Milan. They win and rely on the game, and Porto and Atletico to go in their favour will give them the best chance of going through. Now, Liverpool want to finish 6 out of 6. Resting players key ahead of 6 more matches this December. So if you take that into account, the last time we played Porto, there was about one more match, I think, in November. So it's different circumstances, but Klopp still plays this the same. Now, Klopp said in an interview, he said that, of course, you can expect the changes. And due to a source, he said, according to many reliable sources, expect a team full of changes for this game. But I don't necessarily think 7 players should rotate. I really think if Klopp is going to take this seriously, which he has done, he's going to start 5 first-team players that we see on a weekly basis. It's about who he picks. And because I purely believe you cannot take a football match seriously if you're starting 7 players who are coming in from the bench cold, not really played. And I really do believe there will be that blend. I really do believe he'll start Van Dijk. I do really believe he'll start Salah. And I do really believe he'll start Alisson. There's a lot of people calling on Kelleher, Nat Phillips, maybe Minamino comes into the lineup. But due to the fact Milner is out of this game, now during my preview on my channel, I thought he was in for this game, but apparently he's out due to a suspension. So that's not very good, James Milner. But we will let you off, mate. We will let you off because we know that from our sources that Tyler Morton looks like he's going to get a start. So obviously taking that into account as well, hopefully, he gets a good game as well. I mean, starting against Porto, coming on against Arsenal. I mean, it's not a bad month for the kid, let's put it that way. But look, I just hope that we can field a team strong enough to compete with an AC Milan team who are coming into form for this game. So, AC Milan are small fry compared to our other matches. You could look at it from that way, bro, but I mean, you've got to look at it from the sense of the context. I mean, any team can be poor, but put them in a game which is desperation times, where they've got results in the past where you not necessarily banked them to get points. I mean, they beat Atletico Madrid and, Spanish champions there. You wouldn't really expect them to lose against a team like, Atletico. But, I mean, AC Milan, they'll come into this game with confidence because they're at that, like I say, the top of Serie A. They've won 2 games in their last 3 days. And the best scenario here is a win here and Porto beat Atletico Madrid. So that is the situation here. Although AC Milan's home form over the past 5 games has kind of differed. They had a strong start to the season, but that has slowly deteriorated. They have picked up 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss from that. So very mixed form coming into this one. So it's not a given that they will perform under, at home. They don't have that fortress status going off their last 5 games. But that can all change. But it doesn't really go in their favour. Now, if you also take into account the starting team, and I know this game, previewing this game is very difficult because I could be sitting here and saying Klopp will rest a lot of players, and then Klopp plays a full-strength team. So what is the point of me approaching the game like Klopp is going to start a youthful team when he goes and starts a packed team full of stars? So it's one of those where we don't know what we're going to get. But What we do know is that with AC Milan's team news, AC Milan are full of injuries. Now, I'll just give you a little bit of a thought on their injuries. So Calabria is out, Castillejo is out, Kaya is out, Simon Kier, Pellegrini, Blizzari, and Rebic. I've totally mispronounced most of their names, but let me off, boys. And Giroud is a doubt. Zlatan's coming back, but Zlatan he's not very good, mate. Nat Phillips. I mean, if Nat Phillips starts, Nat Phillips, you know that picture with Baresi holding the Ballon d'Or, yeah? We put Nat Phillips' face on Baresi and we put Zlatan's head on the Ballon d'Or. So he's holding Zlatan's head. That's what it's going to be like, boys, if Nat Phillips plays against Zlatan, because I'm pretty sure I'd take a 0-0 if Nat Phillips plays against Zlatan. I mean, what a career, mate. He just needs to retire. I mean, we respect Zlatan as a person, as a footballer, for what he's done. Do we like him, though? No, we don't. But I mean, on terms of injuries for Liverpool, Elliott, Jones and Firmino remain out. Gomez and Keita trained for Liverpool in team training. They do travel with Liverpool, but starting the game will be a different question. I think it'll become a little bit too soon for them, although they could get, come off the bench towards the end. I'm pretty sure that they could feature in this game. I mean, if they're being taken, the Klopp must see that they have potential to play a specific amount of minutes, and that'll soon be found out. But do not expect a team in which Liverpool start Gomez and Keita. But head-to-heads, Liverpool obviously coming into this game, AC Milan coming into this game. This game is enriched with history. We've obviously know the Champions League finals of recent, where Liverpool won the one in 2005, AC Milan won the one in 2007, AC Milan winning 7 Champions Leagues, Liverpool winning 6, soon to be 7, baby! But it's one of them, isn't it? But the game is enriched with history. I mean, look at how many Champions Leagues are combined with these two teams. And then look at the combined Champions Leagues of PSG against Man City, who was deemed the best game of the Champions League a few weeks ago. But, enough said, point made. But we must go into, obviously, we've been through the team news, so we must go ahead to the team selection. Now, I have gone for this team. Now, don't go at me in the comments. I just think this is the team you'll play. I've gone for Alisson in goal. A lot of people starting Kelleher. For me, he starts Alisson. That experience, we've seen a few posts on Instagram from Alisson. He wouldn't post on Instagram if he was going to sit on the bench, you know what I mean? So Alisson comes in, Nico Williams starts at right back, Tsimikas starts at left back. I mean, the player usually does the player press conference, usually plays the game, so that's a given, really. Tsimikas plays, and I think it's decent to see Tsimikas play a football match after Robertson seemed to pick a bit of form up since Tsimikas has started to play well. I think that complements Tsimikas' game. And hopefully, the deja vu appears here, and hopefully Tsimikas can push and perform as well as Robbo has over the past few days to really give Klopp a headache ahead of the game against Aston Villa. And I truly believe that if Tsimikas puts in a decent performance, he can push Robertson all the way. I truly believe that. But centre-back partnerships, I've gone for Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk. Now, a lot of people starting Nat Phillips in this one, but for me, I think, like I said before, we need to start a blended team. We need to start a team. If Klopp's going to play as competitive, which he always has done, we need to start players who can get minutes under their belt and make it as competitive as possible. I don't think Gomez. I think it'd be an ideal world to see Gomez and Konate play this game purely for both of their development. And obviously, Van Dijk and Matip are the two best centre-backs at Liverpool Football Club. And to see Gomez and Konate get minutes, that would be good for their development as well in such a competitive match. They can handle the physical demands. I don't think that Phillips can handle the demands of AC Milan, though saying that, I did think he handled the demands of the Real Madrid game particularly well. So weighing all those factors and culminating them into one opinion is a different perspective. But Tsimikas has posted on his Instagram story a match day before and didn't start, so you never know. That is a true point. But I mean, the player press conferences name a player who's done a press conference who's not played the game following. So I don't see a game in which Robbo starts this one. But I don't think we should risk Jota, Salah, Alisson and Van Dijk for a game that is not important. I view it like that. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I know you commented on my post, and big up to you. I was about to comment before I got on this stream, actually. But I don't think Klopp will view it that way. Obviously, starting 11 predictions and wanting a starting 11 are two different things with me and Jurgen Klopp, because I mean, as fans, we want to see our players protected because we don't want to go back to a Michelin situation where players who are in form play a game in which, you know, they don't necessarily need to, and then they go and get injured. And that was a pointless game in which Michelin couldn't even qualify for the Champions League. Neither could they qualify for Europa League. And we played them top seed against bottom seed, and, you know, draw was the result. And we lost Simicaz and Jota on that day. And look what happened. You know, we nearly sacrificed all of top four for that. But I do think he'll start. Nat and Canate should start with Hendo in CDM leading them. That's a good point. Now, I put Henderson in the starting team on my preview because I said, look, I think Milne will start, Henderson will start in the 6th, and then Morton will come in. Oxlade-Chamberlain will be pushed to a right-handed position. But I think because Milne is injured, this does probably force Hendo to come into, you know, the 6th position. Morton comes on the 8th, and Oxlade-Chamberlain comes on the other side. So, look, we just have to see what he says. I mean, team news wouldn't be far long. I think it'll be coming out in about an hour's time. So obviously keep your eyes peeled on Liverpool's social media pages. But I've gone for Morton, Henderson, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Then I think he'll start Origi, Salah, and Jota. Now, Jota come off purely because I think he did have a bad performance against Wolves on his birthday, as well as someone mentioned. I'm not sure who it was. I think it may have been Pro Club's goals. But I think he'll come into this game. I think Salah will come into this game. I don't know when. I don't know why. I think Salah will get the nod in this one. I don't know why, but I see Salah starting. If any of the front three are to start, any two of the front three to start, I don't see a world in which it's Jota and Mane. And that, no doubt, I've jinxed it now. Jota and Mane will both play with Origi as well. But I just feel to fit the natural ability of both players, all players, and having Origi in the lineup as well, provides you potentially more inclined to play Salah on the right. Although you could probably start Salah up front, Origi on the left, and Jota on the right, but I feel Origi's a better focal point. I think he does more when the ball comes to him. I don't think his off the ball work is particularly as good as Firmino's work in terms of winning the ball back from good dangerous areas. But I would trust Klopp with my life, mate. I'd trust him with everything. Rumours on Twitter today that both Mane and Salah will start. Oh, well, taking that into account, I think Mane, Origi and Salah. I think Origi starts this game. I think that's clear. I think Origi definitely should start this game. Origi, Minamino and Ox on the left wing, maybe Mane. LFC fan does not care about this game, but not to be fair. I don't want to get injuries as well, and I think we're all getting a little bit flashbacks after last year's Michelin scenario. I may be wrong though. I don't think Jota travelled. Well, if that's the case, Origi definitely comes in. I would trust Klopp with everything but Ben Davies. Yes. No, mate, that was FSG. That was, man. I don't even think Klopp knew who he was before Liverpool even announced him, to be honest. And they just chucked a video in front of him and go, look, this is Ben. He played at Preston. He's 20 something so and so. I don't know. It's 24, 25. Just watch a few clips. Say he's good on the ball, say he's good in the air, and say he's good to distribute as well. Okay. And then Klopp turns the cameras on. Yeah, Ben's a brilliant player. He's been on our scouting radar so long. We've watched him for so long, but you know, we hopefully he can be a good prospect, and that's how I think Ben Davies has been handled. But to be fair, enough said about him. But tonight, guys, watch along on Klopp Talk TV tonight. And if you're on about score predictions, who wins this game? Well, I've seen a few optimistic fans going 2-1 Liverpool, But I think because it's such a desperate game for AC Milan, and don't know, I'm not predicting a Liverpool loss. I'm going to predict a draw. I think it'll be a 2-2. Although that run in which we got 2 goals at least wherever we go has now ended, I still think we'll pick 2 goals up away from home. I still think we have the firepower, especially if them rumours are true, with Manning and Salah, to still keep it clicking. And I think we'll get a 2-2 draw. I think I don't think we'll be good enough with that team, with so many changes, to wring out a result away from home at a place like the San Siro against an AC Milan team who are in form, remember, who are in desperation, remember. So filtering all them factors together, I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-2, though Liverpool stay unbeaten. And yeah, guys, remember, if Liverpool win tonight, they're the first English team ever to win every single Champions League group stage match. What does that mean? It means we're bringing home 7! Right, so we're going to go on to Sky Sports, and we're going to predict who goes through. I've got a few more minutes, so we're going to predict who goes through. Obviously, the fixtures in results. Right, so currently we will face Man City or PSG as it stands. Well, that's confirmed. PSG or Man City. Obviously, we can't face Man City in the next round. PSG we could face. The draw is set to be next Monday at 11 a.m. British time. So hopefully we get a good draw for that one. But no one will want to face Liverpool, I'm telling you. But obviously, Group B still remains the same. Liverpool top, Porto second, AC Milan third, and Atletico fourth. What would a draw mean? Well, a draw would mean that if Atletico were to win against Porto and a draw, I still think AC Milan will drop out. And I think Atletico have to win if they want to go through, and they have to win by a significant margin. It's all up against them. But in Group C, you have Ajax and Sporting currently. Dortmund could mark a comeback. No, they're not marking a comeback. They're 10 goals behind on goal difference. If they were to win their game, it would mean that they'd have to thrash them 7-0, something like that. Something stupid, but yeah, it's just mad me. But Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Sheriff Tiraspol, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan and Real Madrid confirmed to winners of that group. Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Well, I think Barcelona are in need of a win against Bayern Munich if Benfica beat Dynamo Kiev, which I think they're odds on to do. So, look, I'll take Benfica, mate. I'll take Benfica or Bayern. I'll take anybody. I'll take anybody! But Man United, Villarreal, that'll be a tense group. I'm telling you that for free. Hopefully Man United don't pull out a good result there. Although I know they played Young Boys this week. They should get through that. I know they go already through, but it is what it is, isn't it? But Lille, Salzburg, Sevilla could get into second spot. Lille look odds on to win that group there. And Chelsea, Juventus. Chelsea and Juve both go through. Wow, they're clear of Zenit and Malmo. But yeah, no Champions League football for Dejan Lovren. That is for certain. But to be honest, mate, I'd take anyone. But if I think Porto will make it through, AC Milan and Atletico will fall short. AC Milan and Atletico will fall short. That's what I'm going to say. But big up to everyone who tuned in today's stream. Make sure you join Aled on his YouTube channel, Klopp Talk TV. He's doing a live watch along for the AC Milan game. Thank you so much, brother, for the quick mention. Yeah, it means a lot, guys. We are doing a watch along. I know LFC fan will be there. I know all of you will be there. Hopefully you're all there. But now, to be fair, if you don't fancy staying for a long time, just pop in, drop a comment, and you can go and enjoy the game. You can pop in at half time, full time, get involved. Getting involved in the chat will mean that you'll be involved with the stream. But everybody take care. I don't want what was that, LFC fan? I don't want to face PSG unless Bobby's fit. Bobby and Rashford are PSG kryptonite. Yeah, mate, to be fair. Barca going to rip Europa League apart. No way, mate. No way. They're out straight away. Barcelona are in demise. Barcelona are done. They are done. I really don't think they'll win the Europa League either. I really don't think. Due to the fact the Europa Conference League's been introduced, it makes the Europa League more competitive. And Barcelona cannot handle any competition. They can't. They can't. They're in such financial disarray that now the effects of their financial deficiencies are now rubbing off on the performances of the players. So that's what I'm saying. But I only speak factos. Cristiano Ronaldo vibes. No, we don't like Cristiano. We don't like him. He kicked our player, Curtis Jones. We do not like him, We do not like him because he kicked our player, and he tried to square up to Virgil van Dijk and shit himself. But yes, we will move swiftly on. Like me in every Premier League game. That's the way, boy. That's the way. I said they're going to be good, but definitely not going to win it. Now, there we go. Wrapping it up with a bang. Liverpool to get a result against AC Milan. Let's hope. If we get a win, if we get a 1-0 or something so slender like that, mate, I'll be loving it. I'll be loving it. Jones' shoelace is more than the oldie Ronaldo. Yeah, mate, he's better than Ronaldo's career. Jones' shoelace. Ronaldo couldn't even skin. Curtis Jones anyway. But my channel, Klopp Talk TV, guys, remember, you'll never walk alone. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all soon. Take care, enjoy your evening, and hopefully Liverpool get a result and make it 6, baby. Let's talk about you and me. On the quest for 7, mate. On the quest for 7. Come on, you Reds. Get in there. Take care.